Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing question 9 on the 2019 AMC 10B. The question asks, the function f is defined by this equation over here. For all real numbers x, where this notation of r denotes the greatest integer less than or equal to the real number r, what is the range of f? So the best way to solve this question is by looking at the different cases that this equation can fall into. So there are 4 possible cases, which is either x is a positive integer, x is a positive fraction, x is a negative integer, and x is a negative fraction. So those are the 4 cases, but firstly we can eliminate the integers, because if you look over here, since this notation over here denotes the greatest integer less than or equal to the number inside, that means that for all integers this is just going to equal 0, because let's say for example you put -1 in there, the absolute value of -1 is 1, and the greatest integer less than or equal to -1 is 1. The greatest integer less than or equal to 1 is 1, and minus this notation of -1, which is still -1, then absolute value of that is going to be 1, so 1 minus 1 equals 0. And you can check that with positive integers, but it's always 0 no matter what. So now the interesting part is the fractions. So for example, let's just substitute 1/2 inside this equation. So let's do 1/2. So the absolute value of 1/2 is still 1/2. So you can ignore that. But when you take the greatest integer less than or equal to 1/2, you get 0. Then if you do the reverse, so that means greatest integer less than or equal to 1/2, then the absolute value of that, you still get, so it's 0, then 0 again, so it's still 0. So that means that positive fractions, it's going to be 0 again. But then let's try negative fractions. So let's do -1/2 just for example. So the absolute value of -1/2 is going to be 1/2, and then you take the greatest integer less than or equal to that, and you'll get 0. Then you do the reverse, so you do the greatest integer less than or equal to -1/2, and that's going to be -1. Then you take the absolute value of that, then you get 1. So that means that 0 minus 1 equals -1, which means that there's a case where the result of function x is -1, which means that the range for the function is -1, 0. And that means that corresponds to answer choice A, so A is the correct answer.